Androcium. It is the third one of the flower. It is also called the male reproductive part of the flower. It is made up of stamens. In generally, Solanaceae members, total number of stamens are 5 stamens. They are epipetalous stamens. In the sense, they are attached with the petals, alternatively with petals. Epipetalous stamens. And anthers are dithecous, basic fixed. It is a general descriptions. But except some cases actually, in Salpiglosis, total number of stamens are 4 stamens. Among the 4 stamens actually, 2 stamens are short filament and another 2 stamens are long filaments. So these are called didynamic conditions. These conditions are called didynamics. I mean, based on the length of the stamens, there are 2 types of stamens. One is didynamics, another one is tetradynamics. In didynamics, 2 stamens are short, 2 stamens are long. In tetradynamics, among the 6 stamens, 4 stamens are long, 2 stamens are short. But in Solanaceae members are didynamics conditions. For example, Salpiglosis, total number of stamens are 4 stamens. But whereas in Zyganthes pinnatus, zygomorphic condition, generally maximum flowers which is belongs to Solanaceae are ectomorphic condition. Except Zyganthes pinnatus itself zygomorphic condition, Salpiglosis also zygomorphic conditions. In Zyganthes pinnatus, number of stamens are fertile stamens, only 2 stamens are fertile stamens. It is a deep questions. But generally, number of stamens are 5 stamens. Among the 5 stamens, 2 stamens are fertile stamen. Remaining 3 stamens are reduced into staminode. It is nothing but sterile. Then what is called staminode? Stamen may not produce a fertile anther. It is a stamen. The stamen may not produce a fertile anther. Such sterile stamens are called staminode. But what is the deep question? Number of stamens present in Zyganthes pinnatus, your answer is 2. But actually 5 stamens are present. Why the 2 stamens are answered? Because another 3 stamens are sterile stamens. They are reduced into staminode. Staminode in the sense is sterile stamens. The next, Gynoecium. It is a centermost part of the flower. It is also called the female reproductive part of the flower. Then ovary superior. Ovary superior. Bicarpary syncarpus. Syncarpus. Bilocular. Usually bilocular, but some species bilocular become tetralocular due to the formation of false septum. And it shows axial placentation. Then what is the neat area? Placenta is swollen. Placenta, it is a swollen placenta. And carpels are obliquely or slanting present on the thalamus. This is a ovary. The placenta, central placenta is swollen placenta. Swollen placenta which produce many ovules. On axial placentations. These are ovule. Lacule. Usually bilocular. Bicarpary, bilocular, syncarpus fused together. Placenta is swollen. It produces many ovules on each lacules. But The carpels actually slanting position. They mean obliquely placed on the thalamus. Carpels are oblique in the sense slanting, present on the thalamus. In Datura metal, the bicarpellary bilateral become tetralocules. Yes, it is a bilateral. The bilateral become tetralocular due to the formation of false septum. Pseudoseptum or false septum, they become tetra, 1, 2, 3, tetralocular. For example, Datura metals, Umatec. So these are the gynecium, characteristics of gynecium. The next fruit. There are two types of fruit. Maximum members are berry fruit. Berry fruit actually it is a simple fleshy fruit. Simple fleshy fruit. Pericarp is fleshy conditions. They do not split open at maturity. Then how they liberate the seeds? By decaying of the pericarp. Decomposing of the pericarp to liberate the seeds. These are called simple fleshy fruits and indehiscent. For example, brinjal, tomato, chili, physalis. These are the examples for berry fruit which is Blancos solanaceae. But some other species are capsule. Capsule, actually capsular fruit or capsules. The pericarp is dry condition. They split open at maturity to liberate the seeds. For example, Datura. So it is called a dry dehiscent fruit. Dry dehiscent fruit. Example, Datura. Datura metal, Datura stramonium. So generally there are two types of fruits are present in Solanaceae. One is a berry fruit. Berry actually is a many-seeded fruit and a simple fleshy fruit. For example, brinjal, tomato, chili. Chili for example, capsicum annum, chili. Then physalis. Another one is for capsule fruit. For example, Datura. Then next general character seed. Seed generally endosperm seeds. Endosperm seeds. Then what is called endosperms? In Fabaceae, non-endosperm seeds. Non-endosperm seeds, endosperm is completely consumed by the embryo during their development. Their food is stored in the cartilage. That is called non-endosperm seeds. But here endosperm seeds, endosperms is not completely consumed by the embryo. Not completely consumed by embryo. Such seeds are called endosperm seeds. I mean, here food is stored in endosperm. Food is stored in endosperms. Endosperm is responsible for storage of food material. Such seeds are called endosperm seeds. But pollination, next pollinations take place by insects. So these are called entomophilous pollinations. Entomophilous pollination. The next floral diagrams. Floral diagram. It is a floral diagram of Solanaceae family. And sepals, there are 5 sepals fused with valvate estivations. Inner to the sepals there is a corolla, petals. Petals are 5 petals are fused by twisted estivation with overlapping. This with overlapping, twisted estivations. Next stamen, number of stamens are 5 stamens. All the 5 stamens are attached to the petal. These are called epipetalous conditions. Center gynecium. It is a bicarpellary carpus bilateral. Center is a placenta, swollen placenta, which bears in many ovules. The bicarpellary, some species are tetralocular. Bilateral become tetralocular, 4 chambers due to the formation of false septum. For example, Datura I already pointed out. Now, if you take the formula. First, brach is present. It represents by Br. Second, brachiole is absent. So E, B, R, L. Brachioles are absent. The next, it is actinomorphic conditions. It can be divided the flower to equal halves more than one median longitudinal planes. So actinomorphic conditions. Except some species are zygomorphic, for example, Salpinglosis and Cysatus pinnatus. The next is bisexual flower. Both Andrecium and Gynoecium present the same flower, bisexual flower. Then calyx 5 fused, that's called Gamosepalus, and corolla 5 petals fused by twisted east fused. Then Androcium, number of stamens are 5 stamen. It is attached to the petals. So these are called epipetals. Epipetalous condition, stamens attached to the petals. The next, Gynoecium, number of carpels are 2. Bicarpary, syncarpus fused, syncarpus. Then ovary, superior ovary. So these are the floral formula to the respective floral diagram. The next, we are going to discuss economic importance of Solanaceae. If you take the economic importance, some of the species which belongs to Solanaceae members is a source of food sources. For example, potato. We know that what's the binomial potato? Solanum tuberosum. It is rich in starch. So it is underground stem modification. They store the food materials rich in starch. It is a common vegetable throughout the world. Potato. And tomato, Lycopersicum esculendum. Esculendum. It is a binomial of tomato. It is used as a delicious vegetables. A chutney also prepared from this. Delicious chutney is prepared from this tomato, and it is one of the delicious vegetables. Brinjal, commonly called eggplant. It is a eggplant. What's the binomial? Solanum melangina. It is also used as a vegetables. I mean the tender fruits of Solanum melangina. Tender, not ripening fruit. Tender fruits used as a vegetables. Tomato actually is a ripening fruit are used as a delicious vegetables. Chili, Capsicum annum. Capsicum annum. That is used as a condiment. Condiment, in the sense it is an ingredient used to the food for spices and also very tasty. Condiment. Cadbury, its binomial name Physalis peruvianum. Physalis peruvianum. Cadbury. The fruit is edible. Fruit is edible fruit. These are the food sources: potato, tomato, brinjal, chili, and Cadbury. Next, medicine plant. Some species are used as a medicinal value, which is belongs to Solanaceae members. First one is ashwagandha. What's the binomial name? Withania somnifera. Withania somniferum. It is a binomial name of ashwagandha, commonly called amukra. It is also another name. So the root of this plant, actually root, extraction of root to prepare nerve tonic. It is a betterment for nervous disorders. Nervous disorders. The tonic used for to treat nervous disorders, nerve tonic. It is also used for the treatment of rheumatism. Rheumatoid in the sense swelling in the joint. That's called rheumatoid arthritis or rheumatism. Swelling in the joint. And to treat fever, there's also cough by using ashwagandha, Withania somnifera. Another plant, Atroba belladonna. The root of Atroba belladonna, which yield a powerful alkaloids called atropine. Remember, atropine. Atropine, it is an alkaloid. Alkaloid is nothing but secondary metabolites. It is a chemical compound. These are the curative property which is present in the root of Atroba belladonna. Chemical compound. The alkaloid is called atropine. The atropine alkaloids actually, which is used in the expansion of eye pupil or eyeball before eye test. Expansions of eyeball. Atropine. It is also used as a strongest painkiller. Atroba belladonna, which parts are used root portions, extraction of root. Next, another plant, henbane. It is a common name, henbane. What's the binomial name? Hyoscyamus niger. Hyoscyamus niger. And the medicine is called henbane, obtained from the dried leaves. Dried leaf and flowers. Dried leaves and flowers of this plant henbane, which contain an alkaloids is called scopolamine. It is an alkaloids, scopolamine. Then what are used for this scopolamine, which is used to treat asthma and whooping cough. Whooping cough, kakkuva irubal, along with the blood. So scopolamine is an alkaloid which is present in the medicine is called henbane. Henbane is a medicinal name which contains the secondary metabolites or chemical compound or curative property that is called scopolamines. Another one, datura metal, datura stramonium. Datura stramonium, datura metal. It is commonly called as a thorn apple because the fruits are completely covered with the external stiff hair-like outer growth. A stiff external growth, that's called thorn apple. So, where is the source of drug? Stramonium is the source of drug. Stramonium, it is a source of drug which is present with datura stramonium and datura metal. It is used to treat asthma and whooping cough. It is obtained from or extract from leaves and flowers. Leaves and flowers of this plant, a source of drug is called stramonium drug. It is also to treat asthma as well as whooping cough also. Another economic point of view, that is Nicotiana tabacum. Nicotiana tabacum. It's a binomial of tobacco plant. Tobacco. For example, it produced 3 alkaloids. Remember, nicotine, non-nicotine, anabasine. These are alkaloids produced extracted from this plant. It is highly commercial value product. These alkaloids are used to produce commercial value. BD, cigarette, pipe, chewing, snuffing. These are the highly commercial value product. But at the same time, it's a poisonous ones. They affect central nervous system. It causes cancers, mouth cancer, lung cancer, heart disease also. And it is these alkaloids especially which is used as a sedative in the patients, sedative, and also used as a vermifuge. Then what's called vermifuge? Anti-helminthic drug. Anti-helminthic drug. Anti-helminthic in the sense to kill intestinal parasites. Intestinal parasite. So of course it is used as a sedative drug and also called anti-helminthic. But at the same time, it is a poisonous because of these 2 alkaloids, the nicotine and anabasine. These 2 alkaloids, it is a poisonous to affect central nervous system and also to cause cancer in mouth cancer, lung cancer, and also heart disease also caused. These are the economic point of view. Some plants are growing in the garden because of their beauty, leaves, attractions, so and so. The first one is lady of the night, the ornamental plant, because it is blooms only at the night time. That is why it's a lady of the night. What's the binomial name? Cestum nocturnum. Nocturne, night activity. It blooms only at the night. Cestum nocturnum is nothing but night jasmines. Night jasmine. Night, which blooms only night time. That is why they call it a lady of the night. Night jasmine. And day jasmines. Another one, the ornamental plant. For example, Cestrum diurnum. Cestrum diurnum. Night jasmine, sorry, day jasmine blooms only daytime. Another one is pink flower, pink color flower. For example, Nicotiana. Sorry, Petunia hybrida. Sorry, Petunia hybrida. Hybrida, Petunia hybrida. It is attractive because of the color of the flowers are pink color, attractive. That is why growing in the garden. Another one is yesterday, today, tomorrow plant. Then why do we call it yesterday, today, tomorrow plants? Because it change the flower every day. To change flower every day. Its binomial name is Brunfelsia hopiana. Brunfelsia hopiana. So commonly called as yesterday, today, yesterday, today, tomorrow plant. I mean, yesterday to produce violet color. Today, white color. Tomorrow, yellow color. So every day to change the flower. That is why they are called as yesterday, today, tomorrow plant. Its binomial name is Brunfelsia hopiana. So these are the ornamental plant. Lady of the night, day jasmine, night jasmine, pink color flower, that is called Petunia hybrida. Yesterday, today, tomorrow plant also called Brunfelsia hopiana. So Solanaceae family over. The next family we are going to discuss a monocot family.